guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. We would love for you to stick around, hit that subscribe button, and hang out with us here at Blessed with Blue. So today I'm going to talk all about summer bucket lists and frugal summer fun. So we have made a summer bucket list with our kids for probably the last 5 years, maybe even a little bit longer. We started when my oldest, who is 9, was ending his first year of preschool. I think that was when I realized that summer vacation was something to be treasured and that I wanted to be really intentional about how we were spending our summer. So we started to do this then, and we've done it every year since. This year we have decided to display it in our home. If you stick around until the end of the video, I will show you quite a few clips of it hanging up in our home and how we plan on using it. So what kind of things do we put on this bucket list and how do we use it? Well, the first thing is why we do it is because we want to make sure that we are intentionally doing things throughout the summer that everybody in the house wants to do and loves. So we all sat down last Sunday and we started to think of ideas of things we wanted to do this summer. Now, you need to decide in your family what kind of things are, allowed or off limits. For us, we try to keep it frugal, cheap, or free because we do tend to put most of our extra spending and fun money towards bigger vacations rather than the day-to-day activities. So my kids knew that. They knew going in kind of how that all works, and so they gave us lots of suggestions. And then I went to the Dollar Tree looking for some items to kind of use in our display. And I got some really cute polka dot ribbon. I got these little poster board cards all at the Dollar Tree. And I found some mini clothespins. And I also used some stickers that I don't have right here from the Target dollar spot. There was 219 for $1. So a really frugal kind of DIY. I'm not a great DIYer, but I did, make the display for the bucket list from those items from the Dollar Tree and Target. So we started doing this because we really found that a lot of this summer we would be wanting to do something, we had a goal to, go on lots of bike rides or make it to the lake. And as the weeks went by, it just never happened. And there is nothing more important, I don't think, than just treasuring this time with our kids, having them home in the summers, even if you homeschool or, you have kids that aren't in school yet, just making memories and, doing things that everybody enjoys together as a family and building that relationship. And so that has always been super, super important to our family. And that is kind of why we did it. I just didn't want for the summer to go by and us not do a lot of the things that we wanted to because we just weren't being intentional about it. And so some of the things that we're putting on this list, guys, are not things that need a ton of planning or a big budget. If you know me, I kind of like to keep it simple around here. Even though we're making these goals for our family for the summer and putting down a lot of things that we want to do, we make sure to leave a lot of time for spontaneous fun and lots of time actually for them to be a little bit bored. Because sometimes when they're bored, they come up with the most creative ideas. So I try not to give them something to do every single day, or we're not going to the bucket list and pulling things down to do every day, maybe 3 times a week, and then there's weeks where we're busy all week long with, activities or, the racing. And so we don't really do anything on the list, but it's nice that it's there and it's a visual and we can all put on it things that we really want to do. Now, some of the things that we put on it, water battle and water balloons. The kids helped me decorate the cards. It was a fun project together. So this one really, guys, not a big budget, doesn't take a lot of planning. You know me, I don't like, a ton of super tight structure. I'm not type A, and so having things that craft projects or projects that would require tons and tons of items just isn't me. But water balloons and a water bottle with some water guns from the Dollar Tree, I can do that probably at the beginning of the summer, like right the first week the kids get out of school. We'll go shopping for a lot of this stuff so that we have it on hand. And if it's beautiful out and we want to do water balloons and a water bottle, we will do it. Some other things that we put on that were cheap or free were playground hopping. We have a lot of playgrounds within a 30-minute drive, and we were planning on doing a lot of playground hopping so that they can have lots of fun at the different parks and take advantage of what all of the different playgrounds have to offer. Now, one of the bigger ones that we put on here that requires a little bit of planning, and part of putting it on the bucket list is so that we can kind of nail down a date to go and then make sure that we put a little bit of money aside to do it. It would be something like Lake Erie. Now, Lake Erie isn't super far away for us. It's close enough that we can do it in a day trip. We pack our bikes. We're maybe gonna canoe this year. We like to visit the beaches, and so that is something fun that we need about $50, to do. Something else is make our own slime. We did look a little bit on Pinterest to see just a couple of projects that the kids wanted to do this year, and make your own slime was one of them. I can imagine that the, items to do this are probably gonna be $10 or under, and so that was perfectly fine with me. Now, some things that are programs and more play into like the finding fun on a budget and frugal things that we put on here and that you can find in your area is dollar movie days. Now, there is a movie theater that does dollar movie days like maybe 40 minutes away from us. It's worth the drive. There's other things in the area we love to do. Look local to you on any of like the Mom Deal websites or the movie theaters to see if you have one that participates. I know there's also like dollar bowling programs. We don't have one of those close to us, but you may, so check that out. Another thing I wanted to say that you may be able to do if you're on a budget that we put on our bucket list and we're able to do for much cheaper than average is a Major League Baseball game. Now, our Major League Baseball team has a kids program where you get 2 buy one, get one free tickets every single year. My husband also is generously gifted Pirate tickets, which is our, local team, every year. And so we get to go to Major League Baseball games and make a day of that for right around $40 or $50, which I think is pretty cheap. So see if there's any programs that offer kids, reduced admissions or families reduced admissions to local sporting events. We have lots of other things that are absolutely free. Build forts and camps inside and out, have friends over, and go to the pool. So this is something else I wanted to mention. We have a family member, my grandmother, so the kids' great-grandmother, who always is wanting to get them experiences for birthdays and Christmas. And this year we asked for a pool membership. She did it because it was more pricey. She did it for their birthdays and Christmas. She absolutely loves giving them experiences. She has done zoo memberships, children's museum memberships, all types of things that can lend to tons and tons of summer fun. Like we could go to the pool, it's right down the road. We could go, every day of the summer if we wanted to. And that really is something that rather than a toy that only lasts, a couple of moments of real excitement or, they grow out of it or move on from that stage. The giving experiences is something that for the giver, they know they're helping to create family memories. And for us as a family, it's one less thing that we kind of have to find where to put, and I know my kids enjoy it much more than a toy in most cases. So if you have kids' birthday parties coming up or a family is asking you, don't be shy. They're asking because they want to know. Suggest experiences or memberships so that you can go to the zoo all summer or pool all summer or whatever it may be. So that is kind of how we set up our bucket list, why we do it, and some tips for some frugal summer fun. Now I'm going to show you how we displayed it in our home. So these bulletin boards normally house all of the kids' schoolwork and important papers. But for this summer, this is where we're going to put our summer bucket list. So I just tacked up the ribbon here and used the small clothespins to hold on all of the items that the kids have decided for the first half of the summer. Now I can take them down or leave them up once they're completed, and I can change them out if we decide to do some new things. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't.